Happy WrestleMania weekend to you, buddy.
It's wrestling Christmas, man.
That's right. You know,
Pro
Christmas can't.
wrestling.
I wish Christmas could be 2 nights. No, actually, I don't. The older I get, I don't want 2 days to have to spend with family.
Yeah.
The
it's really big.
obligation.
Well, this is, I guess, like wrestling 4th of July because it's the fireworks, it's the splendor, it's the substance, it's the great food, and it's being able to do whatever you want.
And it's the patriotism, right? Because you've got the narcotic. It's in you.
Oh boy.
It's whoa. Yeah, you're there.
I'm not there yet, but yeah, man, it's WrestleMania weekend. I'm pretty pumped. It's once a year, and what I like about it is like you can take, you can pull, you can leave whatever you want out of WrestleMania weekend. And that's what I'm really enjoying this go around. What are you enjoying this WrestleMania weekend?
About the same, man. Just there's so much for everybody. I'm excited that like the smorgasbord of wrestling is back. I feel like this is the first WrestleMania weekend that feels like a return to normalcy since COVID. Like 37 was half crowds. 38 felt weird. Like WrestleMania felt big, felt cool, but like the stuff surrounding it wasn't as big. 39, a little bit louder now, not so much like there, but now WrestleMania feels all the way live, and the weekend leading up all the way live.
I think being back in the Northeast helps a lot.
Yeah, this is home for them.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched a whole lot of wrestle or the tangential wrestling that's gone on. I caught Bloodsport for the most part. And then I watched WrestleMania SmackDown with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal going to Big Bronson Reed. Missed opportunity for Ricochet yet again, but we are recording this during Stand and Deliver because we wanted to get this out ahead of WrestleMania, right? Especially for some of you who may be making the trek in from your hotel. You need an hour to kill. Well, baby, we're your hour. You're going to be sitting in line, walking into Lincoln Financial Field. You're going to be stuck in line, waiting through the metal detectors. You're going to have Final Wrestling Place in your head, listening all the way in. And we're going to do something a little special. So, in case you don't follow everything that we do, Marcus and I were on the North-South Connection podcast network, and we covered a topic that we have waxed eloquently on multiple times here on the podcast, but we did it a bit differently. Marcus and I debated over the main event of main events of WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Night 2, WrestleMania Sunday. And there's a moderator, fantastic dude on the North-South Connection, Ryan Gray. He is responsible for literally 80% of the content that goes out, the daily content, the more regular scheduled content. He's the man. But he tapped the two of us, knowing that Marcus is very pro Big Dog, and I am very high on the Narcotic, and we kind of laid it out on the table, gentleman's agreement at front. You know, starting off with a cheers, ending with a cheers, and letting the fur fly in between. So that will be the meat and the potatoes of our podcast here this evening. But I wanted to talk. We want to scoop and boop just a little bit. Am I right?
Yeah.
Fig reveals, baby.
Oh, this will be exciting. I don't
Yes.
think I've seen all of the figs. I think I've seen the big one, and let's go ahead and talk about it. It's a big
Okay.
one for you. It's going to be a big one for a lot of pro wrestling fans. The fabulous Muda.
Yes, sir, man. Muda finally getting a fig based on his red outfit. I can't wait to buy two. Open one, seal one. It's gonna be great. They also they showed a lot of first looks and a lot of like finished renders. Right,
Okay.
the Ultimate Outsiders 2-pack they had on full display. Pictures of that. Um, there's a polka dot Dusty coming. That looks really cool. What else did I see that looked really cool? The Ultimate. This isn't a reveal, but it's a reveal to me because I didn't even know this thing was coming. The Target exclusive World Heavyweight Champion Undertaker.
Yes, that looks really good.
Didn't know that was coming, and now it's here, and now I need it. I'm trying to go through my photos that I got in all of the Discords and all of the Facebook groups that we're in. The Sandmans. The Sandmans look really cool. There's two Sandman figs. I like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figs. I kind of love that Cody Rhodes is Casey Jones. So now people have a reason to buy a Cody Rhodes figure for Todd.
I really like the Defining Moments RVD that's coming out.
Yeah, that looks really cool. The
That's a really cool idea.
the Legends line looks really sick. We're getting a Who figure. We're getting a UWF Big Bubba.
Yeah, that rocks.
We're getting a Warlord. We're getting two Yakuzumas, it looks like. We're getting two Farouks. We're getting another Vader. Looks pretty sweet. King Booker, I see.
Yeah, that Vader, man, WCW Vader with the belt, your favorite world title.
Yes, I have to buy that. I do have to buy that. I'm looking through the other ones as well. The Coliseum Collection reveal of Rick Steamboat and $1 Million Man.
Correct, yes. Black and purple suit DiBiase.
Black and purple DiBiase. Black and, well, pretty much looks like black and pink, but that might be the flash of the $1 Million Man in the background, but the dragon in all black as well.
Yeah.
Looking real good. Good to see figs. Good to see the other Coliseum Collection stuff with the Harley and the Superstar Billy Graham and the Gino and the Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
Yeah, we got the Bushwhacker Doinks, which is we're finally getting to like a point, I think, in our figs where we can now get super specific with wrestlers, right? Like, get us down to an exact match event, like a one-time niche look at someone, right? So,
like, I saw they're doing a WWE Superstars, the little like Remco knockoff line, of like Razor Ramon from his dark match attire.
Yes,
where he had the long purple tights. Like, that's cool. The Survivor Series '93 Bushwhackers. That's awesome.
Right. So that makes me question now, what specific point in time do you want seen in a fig, and who, and why is it another Bret Hart fig?
I mean, have they done a proper Bret Survivor Series 93 fig?
No. Those short boy pinks?
Yeah.
No.
That'd be cool.
It would be cool. It would be cool. For me, we're getting there with Muda. Now we've got the Muda door is open. So I could use some more Muda after this. Let's see how the first one sells. And then go from there. But I'm curious to see where the boys on We Need Wrestling and At Odds with Wrestling talk about these figs. I know Adam on At Odds was like, yeah, there's a couple that I'm interested in, but not really. And I'm like, man, I saw a lot of these, and I was like, I'm broke. I'm broke. So I'm very excited for that. But WrestleMania weekend right around the corner. We're here, and let's just dive right into it, shall we?
Let's get it.
The main event of everything, courtesy of Ryan Grant, the North-South Connection. Here is the great debate of Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, finishing the story, night 2, WrestleMania Sunday. And we'll jump back in right after this.
We are here for a friendly debate. We already previewed Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, pretty much with the Roman and The Rock versus Cody and the Seth feud. So if you wanted some breakdown on how we got here, head over here. This is strictly Marcus representing the big dog and Tim representing the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, brother.
Whoa!
On who should win at WrestleMania 40. I am your moderator, Ryan Gray. And boys, I am just ready to hear each side. So let's waste no more time. Let's just jump right into it. Question number 1. Toolman, what's your thoughts on Cody Rhodes currently right now?
Well, before we go any farther, I want to clink real quick to my boy. It's all fun and say. Oh, you're drinking water. You're preparing
water for this.
It's all fun and games. My thoughts on Cody, especially from where we were at the start of the road to WrestleMania to where we are now. Cody is as ready as he'll ever be to finish the story. I think, especially what happened on Monday Night Raw. Me dating myself, calling it Monday Night Raw. Not being scheduled to be there, not being medically cleared, putting the hurt on The Rock for a little bit before, of course, the numbers game with the bloodline take effect. But Cody is primed and ready, and if there is ever a time for Cody to finish the story, it's here. It's at WrestleMania 40. It's in Philadelphia, and it's against Roman Reigns.
Cody ain't getting up on The Rock. Rock be owning that ass. All right. Marcus, share your sentiment on Cody Rhodes before we transition on your thoughts for Roman Reigns currently right now.
Oh, he's the top babyface in the company. I don't know if he's as hot as he was last year, personally. That's just me. But he is maintained. He is still the top babyface. So I think when it comes to, who should be across from Roman at WrestleMania, if the goal is to have your best bad guy against your best good guy, this is still the correct matchup. One away, he put the top guy pieces together. He came back. Now he's got his 3rd huge match in a row at WrestleMania. He's the top babyface of the company. He's fulfilled that role. He has kind of stepped in the shoes and filled the shoes of the pumps that were left by John Cena. And he is a heck of a babyface. He works because he shouldn't work as a character. And I think that is part of his charm. That's part of his connection, if you will, with the WWE universe. But he's not the tribal chief.
Not many are, buddy. I'm good on Cody. I think that he's earned this spot if he were to get it. That's the win, that is, because we're strictly talking about the win. So I think if there was one person to earn it on Roman's long legendary run, it would perhaps be Cody Rhodes right now. So if it were to happen, I think that I would accept it from him earning it is where kind of I'm at. All right, Roman Reigns. Marcus, your thoughts on Roman Reigns right now?
He is the impossible standard. He is finally forming this Roman Reigns character in the cross from Joe, which he had talked about before he had left due to leukemia, and finding where the person meets the Roman Reigns character. And I would say for the majority of the time, especially in the last year, Roman Reigns as a character is almost Roman Reigns out of character. And it takes a lot for him to get ramped up and to turn into the despicable, power-hungry Roman Reigns that we see, like we saw at the end of Raw. Takes a lot to get him going now. So is he as diabolical? Is he even as hot of a character as he was a year or two ago? Maybe not, but we're also 3.5 years or whatever into this title reign. This is very much uncharted waters. I think he's still the guy. I don't think he's losing his fastball at all. I think he's getting better. His presence, I think, has grown and just really taken over, and he's becoming that overpowering superstar that he has been booked to be. And now you see him carry that presence over to tonight's show. You see him carry it over to Pat McAfee's show. You see the presence when he is across from Cody Rhodes, which I don't think is an accident that we haven't seen them face to face in this build up to this WrestleMania.
Once or twice, if that.
Cody has tried very hard. Big spot, obviously. And Roman Reigns looks like he has rolled off the couch into his $500 pair of Jordans and caught a private plane, hopped in the ring, cut a promo without a second thought, and just oozes coolness and confidence. And I'm looking forward to continuing seeing that, because I think we're on the cusp of, in the next year after this title defense at WrestleMania, I think we're really going to be hitting the ground running with the next iteration of Roman Reigns.
What inning are we in?
I think we're past the 7th inning now.
Okay. Jabba Chamberlain time. I feel you. Yeah. Now, before we bounce off Roman Reigns, did you throw the ponytail back on purpose?
Not on purpose, but it not on purpose, but probably not a coincidence either.
All right. Well, can you pretend like it was on purpose? Because Toolman, why did you not bleach your hair blonde for Cody Rhodes? Where is that urgency? Where is that desire for Cody that Marcus brings for Roman?
Being a person who has been a proprietor of the Nightmare Narcotic since his return to the WWE at WrestleMania 38, it is an internal. My relationship with Cody Rhodes is much like a lot of people's relationship with Jesus Christ. It is an internal relationship. I don't need to demonstrate my love, my appreciation for Cody. I'm happy to be a little nightmare. I'm happy to be on the Nightmare Narcotic. We're the few, the proud, the Cody Rhodes crybabies. We're happy to be here. So I don't need to wear the merch. I have the merch. I don't need to wear it. I don't need to dye my hair, because I believe in the American Nightmare.
Cry your tears and sing your woes. That's the new take your prayers and say your prayers and take your vitamins, as far as I'm concerned.
Sure.
I dig that, actually. All right, Toolman. Right now, looking back in retrospect at WrestleMania 39, was it the right decision for Roman Reigns to remain the WWE Universal Champion?
Yes, it was.
Without a shadow of a doubt?
Without a shadow of a doubt. I can sit here, and as much as I have admiration and like whole cloth love for Cody Rhodes and want nothing more than to see live and in person WrestleMania Sunday Cody win the gold strap, I am also a person who can separate his head knowledge and his heart knowledge. And while my heart screams for Cody Rhodes, my head tells me that Roman Reigns is not just the greatest of today, but he is the greatest of all time.
Heater.
He should have been number one on everybody's WWE Revisited. I don't need to wait for a career to end to appreciate and understand that what we're seeing is, not to steal a phrase from his merchandise line, but it is greatness on a different level.
Great line.
It is very easy to remind yourself or regale yourself, like a lot of people do here on the network, of, oh, Stone Cold Steve Austin is the greatest of all time. Well, when Stone Cold Steve Austin was the greatest of all time, look at everybody else that was also great and on a heater with him. And look at where the wrestling business was when he was the greatest of all time. You have him in a 1929 New York Yankees lineup of everybody from 1998, right? Austin has The Rock. He has Mankind. He has Triple H. He has he has literally 6 or 7 other characters that are hot. Not even to discredit everything that's happening on the other side of the network with the NWO and Sting and everything that's going on with there. Wrestling was the hottest ever, and Austin sat on top of that. But Roman is doing Austin level things when the wrestling world is nowhere near as hot as it was during the Attitude Era.
Not yet.
And he's doing it alone for the most part. He doesn't have, like, Seth is not analogous to any of the people that I listed that Austin had during the Attitude Era. There's nobody close that you can do a
Val
player.
Venus in the Attitude Era.
Close. I mean, yes, but I can absolutely appreciate that Roman Reigns is head and shoulders the measuring stick. He's the guy. He's the number one. He's the one. He's a one of one. I can appreciate that. But even then, nothing lasts forever. It takes one shot. And Cody took his shot, and it was a really great shot at 39. Unfortunately, the numbers game played a part. Roman, much like he proved in the months leading up, he cannot get it done by himself. He has to have the bloodline surrounding it. Has to. Cannot. He is not the same guy. He is not the same guy that was smashing and stacking 2 years prior. He's not as hungry. To Marcus's point, he is getting very comfortable in his pursuit to be great. Because he feels he is untouchable. He has achieved that other level. And if there's nobody else on the level, it is very easy to look at your surroundings and to be pleased with where you are. Cody's on the elevator up. And at WrestleMania, the door is going to open on Roman's level, and Cody's going to step out. And only one person's going to stay on that level, and the other's on the way down.
That was a Roman Reigns jerk-off fest to kind of put over Cody Rhodes there, Marcus. Marcus, I'm pretty sure I don't need to ask you if 39 was the right decision. I think you're with me in agreement that 100% was. And here we are with a much hotter, more meaningful match going, even though 39 was going in was pretty big. We are even bigger now with the 2-night WrestleMania all around both these guys coming out of it. So I don't think I have to put any more words in your mouth. You agree with that sentiment?
I agree, without question. It was the right decision, I think, whether you want to look at creatively on TV, if you want to look at the business aspect of it. I think on all accounts, it was proven to be the right decision. And everybody who said, oh, I'm going to stop watching or I'm bored, maybe you stop watching, but you check back in for the premium live events, and you check back in for the Royal Rumble, and you check back in for Elimination Chamber, and here you are ready to go for the road to WrestleMania. It was the right decision.
My personal favorite, like Cody Crybaby moments before they were known as Cody Crybabies, is like in September, October, when they're like, Cody, if he won the belt, he would be doing something more meaningful now. As I jump into the voice, it's just like they didn't know what they had until they got it now. 100% the right decision. All right, you brought up business, Marcus, right? My question to you, Marcus. Will the winner of WrestleMania 40 either way affect the current business in a positive way or a negative way?
I've got as a two-parter, almost a yes and. I think if it's Cody who wins, no, I don't think it affects business. I think WWE is on such a trajectory that it'll at least maintain the upward trajectory for another year or so, because that's just how the wrestling business works. Once you're hot, it takes a little while to kind of level off. Whether it's people coming in and out of the promotion, taking time off, just a natural leveling off, booking decisions, whatever the case may be. I don't think we'll feel an immediate impact to business, but if the tribal chief retains, as I predict, yes, we will feel an impact to business. It will continue to go up and through the roof, maybe to places it shall never have been. It is because Roman Reigns is the tide that rises all ships. Cody Rhodes would not be a back-to-back main event back-to-back WrestleMania main eventer without Roman Reigns and this title run.
Oof.
Wouldn't happen. Not as a babyface, at least.
Yep.
Would have had to turn heel because we've seen it before. The audience gets what they want, and then they suddenly, oh wait, well now this guy has everything he ever wanted, everything I wanted him to have. I'm bored 3 months in. Or, oh, what's the follow-up? The follow-up's not good enough. I need something more. You can go to Ultimate Warrior. You can go to Randy Savage, whatever it is. That next guy up, who they always think is the next guy, when they're trying to level off of the guy of that era, there's always a drop-off. And then they always come crawling back to that guy to get business back up. And that's not an indictment on Cody Rhodes. That's just a reality of Roman Reigns has joined that upper echelon of all-time S-tier WWE talent, in my opinion.
Love it.
So I think it's going to continue to go up if Roman Reigns is the champion because he is the centerpiece of television. He has joined a rarefied air of action stars. And I think WWE functions best when it is almost an action movie. And I think that's why Steve Austin is the greatest, if not one of the greatest superstars that they've ever had, is because he's such an action star. The same can be said for Hulk Hogan. Roman Reigns is in that tier when it comes to action stars that you can book around for not just weeks, not just months, but at this point, years. Everybody else takes a step up because you have Roman Reigns occupying that seat at the head of the table that somebody doesn't have to try to fill, or somebody doesn't have to get a test run at filling, or somebody who we don't have to convince ourselves is worthy or ready or doing a good job of being in that position. He is there, and he is that guy, and that's without a doubt. And unless there's something cooking that we don't know about, it doesn't look like, according to his comments, he plans on stopping anytime soon.
All right. Now, Tim, is there any other business side of things that you'd like to add to that? Either way.
I'd like to modify what Marcus said slightly. I think regardless of the outcome of the WrestleMania Sunday main event, business will go up. It's because the entire rocket ship is up. I don't think that it goes down or levels off if Cody is champion. Even if he is champion and he has a transitional title reign of a 3 month, of a 4 month, because if Cody does become the undisputed WWE Universal Champion of the world at WrestleMania Sunday, you'll have multiple questions. What does Cody do finally finishing the story? How does he now actually lead from the top? But the other question you'll have is, we will see Roman Reigns in a position we have not seen him in 3.5 years, as a person who has been knocked off the pedestal. And the old saying goes, money's in the chase, right? Well, what happens when the hottest star of the era is no longer the guy being chased, and he's the guy who has the fire lit under him? and he's the one who wants to be back at the head of the table. You know, so much of his identity has been surrounded by the need to be the WWE champion and to be the head of the table. If that's taken away from him, I'm almost more interested in seeing what lengths Roman Reigns would take to get back to the head of the table, as opposed to seeing another year of diminished returns of him staying at the head of the table. You know, the longer Roman's title reign has been, the less we've seen him. It's really easy to be the number one guy when you're only working like 10 dates a year, whereas Cody's at every event leading from the front without the title already.
That's loser talk.
It's hungry talk.
I do feel the sentiment. I'm neutral here. I forget I'm neutral. I'm neutral.
For an event happening in Philly, Philadelphia legend Jason Kelsey, during his retirement speech, reminded everybody that hungry dogs run faster. Cody is the hungriest dog in the WWE right now. And the big dog is the fattest cat sitting at the top, holding on to the title, ready to lay claim to whatever he's got. And Cody's going to take a bite out of his ass come Sunday.
I will say, though, I tend to lean towards the Kelsey brother the other Kelsey brother who won back-to-back Super Bowl titles and has the most famous singer in the world on his arm. So maybe I should listen to that Kelsey brother, not the hungry dog one. I don't know. What about you, Marcus?
That almost goes into your last question here, as far as final pitches go.
Final pitch for Roman. Let's hear it.
Parlay into that. We've only just begun. When it comes to Roman Reigns, we had the bloodline arc, and now we've kind of leveled off of that, and that's always a story that they can go back to. But in the meantime, there's all these other stories that kind of siphon off the bloodline. Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins, that's happening because of bloodline stuff. Even like you get CM Punk's involvement in that. He's still trying to shoehorn his way into like, hey, like I was responsible for calling the Shield up, and like don't forget that. Like he's trying to get a shot at Roman and work himself into a program there. You got Jimmy versus Jay, brother versus brother, Yeet versus no Yeet at WrestleMania. That's directly from the bloodline stuff. You've got Sami Zayn trying to not disappoint again in a big spot. That's a direct reference to last year's Elimination Chamber in Montreal. That's bloodline stuff. I can go up and down this card. So many of the matches siphon off of Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, and LA Knight. Yeah, that's coming off of the four-way. Like the entire company almost is running off of big dog fuel, man. I just don't think that if you put Cody Rhodes in that position, or anybody in there right now in WWE, it's going to have this type of impact on a show that spans 2 nights, and it's the biggest show of the year, and it's the biggest WrestleMania of all time. Nobody can fill that position except for Roman Reigns. I don't think it should come to an end anytime soon. I don't think it's going to come to an end anytime soon. Maybe the gas isn't burning as hot as it was last year. Maybe he's turned the heat down just a little bit. Maybe he turned the other burner on called The Rock, and he's firing on all cylinders right now. Just because the Golden State Warriors didn't repeat 72 wins the next season, they won the championship. Just because the Kansas City Chiefs this year didn't rattle off 14, 15 wins, they still defended, retained the Super Bowl championship, went back to back. This is what champions do. You find out the level that you have to simmer down to maintain your greatness. And then when it's time to turn it on, you turn it up hotter than anybody else can. And that's what we're going to get on WrestleMania Sunday. We're not just chasing Hogan, Backlund, Bruno. We're chasing ghosts when it comes to Roman Reigns. And I don't think it's going to stop come WrestleMania Sunday.
Ooh. Puts me in a tough spot here, boys. Now, I didn't need you guys to to kind of sway me either way because my heart is with the big dog all day, every day. I think that there's plenty interest level in him to retain. I think that there is plenty juice with now he has a new friend that could be a foe in The Rock. He's got so much to go on with what's going on. But if I was a betting man, my head would tell me Cody Rhodes would need to perhaps finish his story. And unfortunately, that would come to the hands of Roman Reigns' title reign ending. So there's a lot of debate here that we've gone over. But this debate is leading to big, big money. I think this is going to be an epic night 2 main event. I think we're going to see shenanigans all over the place. I think that all the rumors and juice is going to actually sustain to something super memorable. And I think that we're going to get a huge sway either way for the finish. And personally, I think it's Cody's time to win. That's not tears of joy. That's tears of just knowing that when it's good, it's good. And like Tim said earlier, sometimes it's going to end, Marcus. And I think it's going to end at WrestleMania 40. Unfortunately. Now, I didn't pull another rabbit out of the hat. Woo! We'll be dancing in those Philly streets together, though, Marcus. I'm going to find you, and we're going to be trolling the shit out of those crybabies. You're going to get a new level of gray trolling. It's going to come out, and you're going to be there with me. Not for my muscle, but you're going to be there with me to get after these motherfuckers, because these crybabies are going to be crying. Now, Tim, can I get a prediction from you, buddy?
You sure can. You know, WrestleMania Showcase of the Immortals, right? And if you look through history, there is 40 years of history of tremendous WrestleMania moments. And especially if you look at the mile markers, right? You go back 10 years ago, WrestleMania 30. Daniel Bryan overcomes all the odds. Yeselmania, New Orleans, puts on a spectacular one-night effort to lay claim to be the undisputed WWE champion. You go 20 years back and you have, you know, a questionable moment now, but even back then you had someone who claimed their dream, right? Who took their spot in the pantheon of wrestling greats. And you had a fantastic moment in the ring with two peers who climbed the mountain side by side, both on opposite sides of the mountain, and they reached the top. You go back 30 years from then, and you've got the excellence of execution, you know, falling short to his younger brother, but felling the great and powerful mighty Yokozuna to really solidify himself as the face of the new generation, to be the person who pulls the WWE away from the Hulkamania and into new horizons, right? And WrestleMania 40 will be just that. For as great and as magnificent and as trailblazing and as record-setting and as era-defining and as height of powers as Roman Reigns can be, it is time for Cody Rhodes, the person who has been undesirable to undeniable, adding another word to the end of that phrase and becoming undisputed.
Oof.
Finally,
yeah, that's a tagline. Ugh.
Finally, being able to finish the story, to be able to lay claim to a jewel that has eluded the Rhodes family since the 70s. To be able to actually pull himself out of the shadow of the American dream, of the natural, to be able to stand on his own, to be the actual head of the Rhodes family, and to be able to give that proud moment to all of his friends, all of his family, everyone within the WWE universe that has supported him since his return back, and those that rocked with him before. It is Cody's time, if not now, when? It is the biggest stage with the lights on bright, and WWE loves to script the buzzer beaters. When has an underdog been more underdogian than in the city of Philadelphia, where it seems, especially if things in night one go the way they go, if we get bloodline rules, you might as well stack the entire deck on top of Cody Rhodes. And somehow they're going to cut the deck and they're going to pull out an ace, and it's going to be a new ace, and that's the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Your boy's a man of words up there spinning. I think my favorite lie was undeniable, and then ending it with undisputed. But anyways,
it was a good line. It was a cute line. I have a hard time identifying second generation multi-millionaire dressed like a career politician as an underdog, but that's just me. Maybe some people relate to that. Couldn't be me though. I'm not going to buy any of that underdog story, any of that crap. But you made a great case. It's a good story for somebody. But I don't
Marcus,
think this is the finish.
You're a person who appreciates opportunity. Was not the Kansas City Chiefs, the defending Super Bowl champions, the Vegas underdog against the San Francisco 49ers? So why can't someone who be equally as great as Roman Reigns actually be put as an underdog when it's not two people? Like, the odds have to go somewhere, right? You can't have not an underdog, right? So it's in this scenario of Roman versus Cody. Maybe in any other universe, Cody Rhodes is by far the odds-on favorite, but not against Roman Reigns, especially if things from WrestleMania Saturday turn out to be coming up Millhouse for Roman and the Bloodline. Cody would absolutely be the underdog of this particular matchup.
We're at the end, Marcus. Real quick, he mentioned 10, 20, 30. Say Cody Rhodes wins this. Where would you project him with those three superstars? Which is his ceiling for a potential Cody Rhodes run out of those three superstars? Bryan, Benoit, and the Hitman, if you have ever heard of him. Just as a projection.
That's a good question. I think as the face of the company, he might project as, and I hate that I even use W terminology there with face of the company, as the lead building block to book things around. He probably has the highest ceiling.
Out of the four? Okay.
Out of the four, I give him the highest ceiling when it comes to being a television star to book around. But that remains to be seen. But yeah, I think he has a lot of potential when it comes to those four guys, comparing those four individuals. What I think is going to happen if Cody goes over, I think you can set the clock. I think by SummerSlam, I think the crowd is going to fulfill the John Cena prophecy. I think the crowd is going to tire very quickly of Cody on top with the title.
Cody sucks. Cody sucks. We think that was that.
That whoa might become that whoa might become a no real quick.
All right, guys. Have you guys ever heard of a post-show pay-per-view called Viewer's Choice?
Maybe. I might have heard of it.
Yeah. Would you like to give an elevator's pitch for it?
Well, sure. I would love to. After every WWE and we try to do AEW and after every premium live event pay-per-view, the two people who just wax eloquently about Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes gives you the must-watch and the must-skip of that event. So in case you didn't have 12 hours to dedicate over 2 nights to take in all of the fantastic, glorious splendor that is WrestleMania, Marcus and I have you for Viewer's Choice Monday, where we will have consumed all of WrestleMania, and we will try in 30 minutes or less to give you the absolute 30,000 foot view of what to go back and watch, go to know exactly what to skip, and to give you your MVP, Cody Rhodes, of the event.
All right, guys. I love it. After every pay-per-view, it's my must listen to. All right, guys.
Appreciate that.
Final time. Marcus, Roman Reigns.
Big dog up. Hope his name is underlined come Sunday. Mr. Tim, it has been a pleasure. I toast to you, my brother. A little discussion. And I look forward to finding out the answer to our questions here late tonight. Answered on Sunday. Live and in living color next to you, my brother.
Awesome.
Yeah, section C30, section C37, row 2, seats 21 and 22 are going to be the hottest seats in the house come WrestleMania Sunday, where we're going to be fighting and spitting as only we can. But at the end of the day, brother's going to hug. And regardless of whatever the outcome is, you'll get over it, and Cody Rhodes will be your WWE champion. So that's very nice of you. I appreciate you being the bigger man. And as a wise person once said, I encourage everyone to take the high road, because that leaves the low road for me.
And my heart's with Roman, but my head is with Cody. Guys, this was really fun. Thank you as always. We'll see you in the next one.
Thank you, Ryan.
Well, that was that. Again, thank you to Ryan Gray and the North-South Connection for letting us borrow that audio. Let us know in the Discord or in the comments section or wherever have you of who you think you agree with. What side do you stand on? Are you on the side of the tribal chief, or are you on the side of the American Nightmare, who today officially came out today that he is the first sponsored athlete for Prime in the WWE?
In the WWE, yeah, good for him.
So that's interesting, to say the least.
Joining another great athlete, Aaron Judge.
Oh, I didn't know Judge was a Prime athlete.
Judge got sponsored earlier this week.
Nice. That kind of leads me into a line of questioning I wanted to bring you into.
All right.
Do you believe in this reverse curse?
What's the reverse curse?
That Adam Van can't watch a single Yankees game this year?
Oh, shoot. It might have been a curse that has a time limit. You know, it may not be like a forever curse. It may just be like 30 days. So, you know, like maybe let's just get to like the end of April and see how the Yankees are doing.
Is it like
it was definitely...
It's like an IL stint for Juan Carlos Stanton?
Yeah, you know, maybe he just needed a little IL stint away from the Yankees.
Fair enough. How are the Yankees doing?
Yankees are good. I believe they are 6-2 as of this recording. They lost the home opener against Toronto. It was a 1-0 ball game to the 9th inning. Wheels fell off a little bit, so 3-0 loss there. And then they got completely owned in Arizona, going up against Zach Gallen. You know, Cy Young candidate for sure. So, the two bad games were against two good teams. So, you know, it's a 5-1. Was it 5-1? Yeah, but we left the West Coast trip. We only lost one game, 4, 5, 6. So we were 6-1. Yeah. Yeah, so 6-1 on the West Coast trip, and then now we got a homestand. Got to pick up some wins against Toronto, but I feel good, man. Juan Soto is such a difference maker for the Yankees. Judge is warming up, getting a while to get going, but No doubts there. Verdugo, huge addition. Just to the middle of the team, kind of pulling everybody up. Volpe looks good. Yeah, man, I'm pretty excited. Got a lot of concerns about the pitching staff, but yeah, Cole supposedly feels great and should be back in June sometime.
Fair enough. And of course, Braves are up. Took care of business in Philly for the home openers, or for the season openers. Won the series there. To a nicer city, it couldn't happen. But I'm just kidding, Brett. Love you. But yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited for baseball season. I'm excited to see the Braves win it all again this year. But is there anything that rocked for you this week?
What rocked for me this week? I'm a little light. Oh, you know what? A good old-fashioned beatdown. Rock and Roman Reigns beating up Seth and Cody to close Raw. I thought was a good segment. I enjoyed it. It was basic pro wrestling. That is what rocked for me. I haven't consumed much other wrestling. I watched most of WrestleMania SmackDown. But I haven't seen any of the indie stuff. Haven't seen any NXT. I hadn't seen any of the Hall of Fame yet. So, yeah, just Raw for me so far.
Nice.
Until we get to tomorrow, my friend.
That's right. I got two things that rocked for me. One is from NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. Actually, I have three things that rocked. Sorry. One is from Stand and Deliver. Obafemi, Dijak, and Josh Briggs effing brought it. Just throwing their weight around, doing what they do best. Obafemi's still green as grass, but man, is he raw talent. So if you watch one match from a little mini viewer's choice here, if you watch one match from Stand and Deliver, check out the North American title match. Really good. Another thing that rocked for me, one man's loss is another man's gain. Congratulations to Mark Briscoe on successfully becoming the Ring of Honor World Champion, beating Eddie Kingston at Supercard of Honor. The anniversary date of Jay's title win over Kevin Steen is not missed on anybody. And it's really cool that, Tony Khan pulled the trigger the correct way this year as opposed to last. Mm-hmm. And the last thing that rocked for me, and this is it's not a spoiler for the Hall of Fame, but Stephanie McMahon is back.
Oh.
She was sitting ringside next to her husband, Triple H, at the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
And let me tell you, yeah.
I should have to watch the Hall of Fame then.
You just got to watch the first inductee. The first inductee is Paul Heyman. Just literally got to watch the first one.
Okay.
No offense to anybody else. Like I've seen a lot of the other ones. I've seen. I watched the Bull one. I watched the U.S. Express. Fell asleep during Thunderbolt Patterson, but that's not because I was bored, but because it was late and my medicine was hitting. So, yeah, I was ready to. It was ready for bed. But yeah, man. The original creator of Always on Top, before Rhea Ripley, Stephanie McMahon, looking as only she can look. Very good to see her back in the graces of the WWE for now. All right now. But that's all for me that rocked. I did not purchase anything this week because I'm probably going to spend some money at WrestleMania.
You went to the store, right?
So I wanted to go to the store, and I forgot just how much of a loony bin Philly was.
Mm-hmm.
Like finding parking, getting in there, and like I was like, I can't. I got all the way down there, and I'm just driving around the convention center, and I'm just like, this is too much. This is way too much. I would love to walk in here and take a look at stuff, but this is way too much trouble that I didn't ask for. So I decided to skip out. But I'm gonna definitely try to hook Brett up with the Prime bottle that was requested. I don't think that was actually being sold at the Superstore anyways. I think that's a arena exclusive. So I'll be buying my first bottle of Prime this weekend.
Okay.
And just
I want to know,
Go ahead.
are they going to be selling any little hot drinks again? Because at WrestleMania 29, you remember they were selling hot chocolate?
Hot cocoa.
Yeah, they were selling hot cocoa.
Let me look.
It was like $5 then.
Yeah, concessions, Lincoln Financial Field. I'm taking a look because usually at these big stadiums, they have like a list of things that you can buy. Doesn't look like I see anything right now, but I'm sure that they're going to have hot beverages.
Okay,
there.
I hope so.
They better, because it's not going to be super cold.
Right.
It'll be in the 50s, which is nice. Yeah. You know, good hoodie weather. I'm gonna wear some sweats and a wrestling shirt and my hoodie. I'm going for comfort this year. I'm not trying to look cute in any pictures. I'm trying to look warm and comfy. That's what I'm here for. I know you got a haircut, so you're gonna try to stand out.
I did my my lady. She the hair lady gimmick. She cut it too short, so I can't have it up. It's too short to put up. I'm pretty bummed about it. But yeah, try to make a miracle happen and look presentable tomorrow.
You know, you could just cut it all off. You could just start over.
No.
It ain't that hard to go back.
No, it'll be back to the length I like it in about 2 weeks, but for now I'm gonna be a little sad.
How long do you think you're gonna have the long hair before you finally give it up?
Until I don't.
So this is a till you go home scenario?
This is a till I go home scenario.
Oh no.
I have multiple people in my life who I trust who are on the lookout for any signs of going home, and I have a whole check-in, and they're like, "You're good. You there's no crops back there. There's no crop circles. You're good." So it's just the grays, man.
Grays are fine. You know what they say. Grays mean you done seen some ish. That's all that means.
Gray streak coming in on the side, looking like Mr. Sheffield from the name.
Heck yeah. Heck yes. Love that for you. Absolutely love that for you. But what else I love is you guys listening to us. Thank you so much for this shorter, more truncated, borrowed edition of Final Wrestling Place. We'll be back to full power next week. It'll be a longer one because we'll be talking about the WrestleMania week. We'll have the week after WrestleMania to discuss. And Marcus, will you have? Do you think you'll have enough time to watch some Paparazzi Productions? If it's a no, that's okay.
I want to do it the proper justice. So
okay, so the week after next.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to talk straight up WrestleMania weekend, talk about our experiences on Sunday, talk about everything that we experienced and more. And we thank you guys for giving us a listen here on the Soon to Be Named Network. Proud members of the Soon to Be Named Network at STBN Network on Twitter. Soon to Be Named Network.com, soon to be named network.tumblr.com. It's your home for this and all the other podcasts on the network, like At Odds with Wrestling and We Need Wrestling. Sad to hear the official final bell for Hayabusa, but that's okay. We just need to rotate Ed. We need to talk to the court-appointed lawyer or the court-appointed attorney for visitation rights for Ed, so he can show up on all the podcasts. So Hayabusa lives through us, through him, which I think is fair. But proudly everywhere else, you can catch us on your podcatcher of choice on YouTube. Follow us on social media at TNM Shows on Twitter, at Final Wrestling Place on Instagram, because Twitter won't let us have longer handles. But if you want to follow me at Not the Tool Man, Marcus is the Wrestling Speakeasy. If you know, you know. You have anything to plug?
April 20th, Virginia Championship Wrestling, Alexandria, Virginia. Mr. Pig's going to be leading a team of 3 going up against the Reason. His team of 3, going to be a big beefy showdown in Alexandria, Virginia, April 20th. Make sure you're there. Pack the house.
Yeah. That's going to be a fun time. Second time for VCW back in Alexandria. It's the first time Mr. Pig has been around since the Travis Sham mockery that took place in Norfolk for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. So I'm sure the VCW crowd will be live and ready for Mr. Pig, and can't wait for you all to see it. If you guys didn't see it, check it out on YouTube for EC3 versus the Boar. Really solid match. So proud of my boy, Mr. Pig. He's doing things. He's so great. But appreciate everybody. Check us out next week for more fun here on Final Wrestling Place. But right now, all that's left is to tell the people goodbye. Marcus.
Bye, boys.
Happy WrestleMania, everybody.